welcome to Trade with Asim and Sajjad. I'm here again with the weekly analysis from 11th of June till 15th of June 2018. This coming week is going to be very special as far as fundamentals are concerned. There are lots of news releases for almost all major pairs, especially for GBP and US pairs, then also Euro, Australian dollar and JPY pairs. So guys, be very careful. Do write down or take a printout of this economic calendar, put it somewhere near your screens or the place where you used to see every day. It's really very important because you might expect very big volatility in the pairs, and if you have any open trades in those pairs, it can bring a lot of profits or losses for you. Do put take profits, and also very importantly put stop losses. So I wish you a best of luck. Now let's see what's coming this week. Monday, which is normally very slow, but for GBP pairs it can be very volatile. Manufacturing production, MOM, is the main news release, and it's the forecast is like it's going to be positive for GBP pairs, and we can see a jump in all GBP pairs. Then on Tuesday, we have some Australian data coming, and also again for GBP pairs we have average earning index, and though the claimant count change, the forecast is indicating that it can be, or it can bring down GBP pairs, but anything is possible. I never have a confirmed direction any day, especially on the news. Sometimes it's negative, but the GBP pairs starts going up very fast, so do trade with advance orders. I highly recommend that. Then we also have German ZEW current conditions. This is also going to play a big role in Euro pairs. And later we have core CPI for US dollar. This will be very interesting week. I see in the early week that the dollar might just drop, but then later in midweek it's going to be very strong, because if you see on Wednesday the biggest news again for GBP pairs CPI, and then we have for US dollar PPI and crude oil inventories, and then the most important news of the week is the Fed interest rate decision. And as you can see, the forecast is like they are going to increase the interest rate. This is such a huge news event that it can take all US pairs up or down almost 200 to 300 pips in a flash of time. So be very careful at these times. Please note it down, because mostly we trade in major pairs with US dollar, so this will be a very important time. Please don't keep any of your open trades without stop loss or take profit. Then on Thursday, the day will start with the employment change for Australian dollar, and the expected forecast is like it's gonna bring down Australian dollar. Then later on again we have some GBP data, and the most important is retail sales, MOM. Then for Euro, we have the finance ministry meeting, deposit facility and marginal lending facility. This is very important for all Euro pairs. And after that we also have ECB press conference. Be much careful at these times. Also we have for US dollar retail sales, and it's indicating that it can take US dollar a bit higher. And initial jobless claim, then the last day will be Friday, and it's very important for as Japanese pairs are concerned. The Bank of Japan monetary policy statement and the interest rate decision, though it remains unchanged, but who knows that if they just announce a change in interest rate, and this can bring a very big volatility in all JPY pairs. Then later on we have CPI for euro pairs, and at the end of the medium impact news for Canadian pairs. So guys, very important week ahead. Do prepare yourself, plan your trades accordingly. I wish you best of luck. Let's start with the US dollar index, and as expected, if you remember last week, we said that uh, this coming week will be, this will bring US dollar down, and as expected, it did that. Right now, although RSI on weekly time frame is indicating a more drop in the dollar, I think the Monday and Tuesday can bring down the US dollar to the level, let's see, around 92.83, and this will be a 50 moving average level, and if it touches, then from here it can bounce back, and until the end of week we might see an start of uh, retracement for US dollar, and it can take US dollar higher. The other reason was like interest rate decision, and if it does so, then although for the normal range I am looking at 95.08, but with the interest rate decision it's even possible that it can go till 96.16. The daily time frame is indicating that it's heading for a bit more drop, and then from here, from 92.60, it's supposed to go up again. In the worst condition, if there is no change in interest rate decision, then it's heading to 91.01 till the end of week, which I don't see more chances about it, but it's Forex, so anything is possible. So we move on to Euro USD pair, and for Euro USD on the weekly time frame, what I'm seeing that Euro is supposed to go up in the early week, and after the US dollar interest rate decision, we might expect a drop again, and it can be hard the levels. These ranges are for the normal movement, but because it's a very volatile week ahead, so it can be different accordingly. If it goes up, it's going to go very high, and if it's going down, it can be very deep. So but for the normal range, I'm right now looking at around 1 I'm sorry, not that much. 1.90 is not an impossible target, and as expected, if US dollar gets good strength, then it's heading to 1.1524 and below. If we compare it on the daily time frame, on the daily time frame also, it's, although right now it's not that bad, I mean the overall trend is uptrend, but Wednesday is most important day for the euro pairs, and we might see a drop or a very high spike up in the all euro pairs. So be careful with your all major US pairs, Euro, GBP, and JPY pairs. If we have a look at the GBP USD, as expected, GBP pairs going to have some kind of strength in the coming week before interest rate decision, and I think even the interest rate decision might not affect GBP pair that much as compared to Euro and other US pairs. So if it keeps going in our expected direction, GBP pair this week can again try and reach 1.3618 and above, and if it's not good week for the GBP, then it can drop to 1.3194 and below. Even 1.3100 is on the board. We have a look at the daily time frame for GBP USD. It's almost like a very kind of slow and sideways market. It has been undecided, and I think it was also because for this coming week financial data, many traders are just waiting for a clear direction. So far there is nothing much, but this coming week can bring good or bad changes for GBP pairs. If we see USD JPY, and it's doing quite well for the last 3 months or more, though these last 3 weeks were not that good for JPY pairs, but at the moment it's almost like kind of undecided direction, going up and down, and closing weekly candles in dojis, but I hope we might see 1.58 and above this week, or if it keeps just dropping, then 107.90 is also possible. If you confirm with the daily time frame, even then you can see it's just supposed to drop a little more. This level 108.99 or 1009 will be important, because the 50 and 100 moving average can just push back JPY. So anything is possible, but most probably I expect that from Wednesday USD JPY pair might go up, and we can see a very big spike up in USD JPY. Moving to USD CHF now. USD CHF was best performing pair for last few months. As you can see, this huge spike up, and it just gained so well, but right now it's just looking like making a correction, and from this coming week I expect again that it can touch again 1.00 and above. I hope with the US dollar interest rate decision we can again see 1.00 and above, and in case it's weaker for the US dollar, then we can expect a downward movement around 0.97 and below. Confirming it on the daily time frame, here it is, and as you can see, it did touch the other week 50 moving average, but then this week it gained back again, and for me it's a bit clear indication that the coming week is and even the whole month it can be a bullish uptrend in USD CHF pairs. Then we move to USD CAD. USD CAD, a mixed kind of you know sentiments from traders. Even the oil prices are also affecting USD CAD. I was expecting a big drop last week, but it did try, but then couldn't just keep the downward movement, though it just closed in bearish doji candle this week. But the coming week can take USD CAD pair again to 1.3135, or if not, then there is going to be a very deep decline in the USD CAD pair. If it does so, I think this week we can expect like 1.2685 and below, and if it goes with the US dollar, then 1.3135 is on the board. We also check how it looks on the daily time frame. Here it is. So you can see the whole week it just went sideways, one day up, the other day down. So the next two, like Monday, Tuesday, we can see some kind of drop in the USD CAD pair, but Wednesday will be very important to observe. Having a look at Australian dollar just trying hard to go up, but buyers are still confused. And for me, I think this price rejection is a clear direction that in coming week Australian USD pair is going to drop again, and 0.7400 is on the board for me. I'm more than bearish, rather bullish, though the momentum was indicating it will go up, but this weekly candle right now it's not a very good sign for the Australian pairs. Even on the daily time frame you would see that it's here it is, and Thursday and then Friday, and it's even closing below the 50 moving average. For me, it's the start of another drop for Australian dollar pairs, and we can expect a drop to 0.7400 and below. As we discussed in the economic calendar, forecast for the Australian dollar news is also negative, so hopefully it will touch 0.7400 and below. In case it goes up, and then it's heading to in 0.77 or 76, most probably I think 0.7779 and above. New Zealand is looking a bit stronger than Australian dollar, and I think we might see a big and quick upward movement in New Zealand USD pairs. In the early week it can reach to 0.71450 and above, and then from here I'm looking to short New Zealand pair. It will be interesting how it closes on the daily, but most probably it's or even the I think in next 2 or 3 working days, like Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, it will go very fast up, and then we can see a drop again in the New Zealand pair. So for me, I will be looking at 0.7147 if it goes up, and then end of week my target will be 0.6843 and below. We can confirm this with the daily time frame. Here it is, and you can see for the last 4 days it's just trying to go up, but then the price getting rejected every time. So only Monday and Tuesday is a hope for the New Zealand pair, and if it succeeds then it's going to up. Otherwise it's a good opportunity, or you can place advance order around 0.70 to short again the New Zealand pair. So our last pair is gold, and I'm anxiously waiting for the gold to go up. Though technically speaking it's a good sign, but even it just closed below 50 moving average on the weekly, but I still expect that it should go first to 1322 and above, and then from here it will drop again, just because of the interstate decision. Right now I'm looking again at 1280 and below for this week. Let's see how it looks on the daily. Here it is. So you can see for the last 2 weeks it's just going sideways. Investors or traders are just waiting and not taking much risk on the gold, and but this week we will see some clear direction in gold and all other US pairs. Thank you very much, guys. I hope this coming week we will be able to collect some good profit. Again, wishing you best of luck. I will see you with a daily video tomorrow. Until then, take care and bye.